Well, hello there. So there's like a little bit of construction going on outside of my house. So you might hear a nail gun, but just so everybody knows, I am in the process of making myself a swear jar so that whenever I say the F word, I'm going to start small and just say it's for the F word. I'm gonna put some money in it, because I'm trying to calm down, and with these solar flares coming in and all kinds of shit, like I'm literally like finally unpacking everything, and I'm finally able to see some of the shit that I've been trying to see in my head that I couldn't. And, right before the Maui fires, I start looking straight at Hawaii and straight at Israel. And then, boom, everything's on fire and getting blown up. And I'm down here freaking floundering and freaking out and trying really freaking hard. And, I, again, am going to start trying to trust the process. I absolutely feel way better with my ability to connect to my oversoul. And, I mean, I got yanked back. But I mean, apparently I'm supposed to just flounder through this like any normal person would have to, who was in my position of sleep state of consciousness, on the right-wing patriotic conservative side of the spectrum. Again, I don't know anybody that I know who would have handled this any better. And if I'm not crazy, finding out your favorite show is actually custom built to set you up to get lost in your mind.
Oh, you're still on psychiatric meds. You're like a slave to
unalive yourself. I mean, yeah, pretty shocking. But I'm gonna make a swear jar, and I want to introduce you to Drew Gunby. I love this guy. He's one of the people that I watch out there struggling with a bipolar diagnosis, who is very, very interesting to me. I follow a lot of mentally ill people, like self-aware narcissists, Lee Hammock. Like I follow a lot of people, and have for a long time, looking to these people for strength, because I see them out here being big brave dogs and having missing pieces of the puzzle and just watching them be stuck, but so self-aware that they have issues. And the problem is they threw all these shows out there to drive everybody crazy, and then they just started smacking bipolar diagnoses on everybody. And we are in a bipolar world where millions and millions of people are dealing with extreme predispositions for bipolar disorder by having multiple souls, more than two. Not everybody is dealing with two souls. Some people are contracted out the ass, and once you're diagnosed bipolar, schizophrenic, anything, nobody cares about you anymore, even less than anybody didn't care about you before. Once you have a bipolar diagnosis, most hypnotherapists won't even let you go through hypnotherapy because you were some high-risk person. going to show you a couple videos of this guy because I love him. And he's very, very, very honest in knowing that there's something wrong with him. But then...
to Big Pharma. Bro, I'm on antipsychotics, mood stabilizers, antidepressants. They're throwing the whole goddamn kitchen sink at me just to be able to tolerate life. And so I have enough experience to kind of speak on this. I just think people can't acknowledge the two truths. The first one is, yes, psychiatry is dirty and has an evil past. Science is messy, and institutions under a profit-driven capitalism are going to bestow trauma amongst the people. We've seen that historically. So it's good that we're like questioning these systems. However, to completely reject psychiatry is dangerous. The modern advancements and breakthroughs, this shit is saving people's lives. Like, what's the other option? I've talked to so many people who said they waited so long to get on meds and they finally found a stack that works for them and they see color again. People get on my shit, they're like, stop taking, first off, I'm bipolar, you do not tell a bipolar person to stop taking their meds. People tell me all the time, oh, do shrooms, man, they're way better. I've taken so many goddamn shrooms, I should be a motherfucking shaman, bro. I've seen God come out of my asshole like fucking 10 times. And I'm still just as mentally ill. People love to impose their advice and their ways of living onto other people that with problems they don't even struggle with. That's what I don't get. Nor do people know how to just...
The other option is to look into spirituality and becoming spiritually awake. Because...
personally, I need to get comfortable being alone and like just like in my thoughts, you know, sitting outside by the goddamn pond, just looking. It's like I gotta do the work, I gotta heal the familial cycles that have never been broken before. I mean, I gotta fucking pioneer that shit. Do the work, inner child wounds, look at them, talk to them, befriend them. Then maybe I'll find a healthy love romantically. It just feels like a lot. So, you know what, buddy? It's gonna be me and you for a while.
Awful lot of bipolar people out there finding water and trying to connect with nature and figure their way out of their mind.
Was I merely a fool for thinking on a lonesome Friday night I was about to feel the warm embrace of a woman I adore's touch? I guess so. I'm a dreamer. Well, because we'd been talking for a while, and tonight she hit me up, and she was, like, kind of implicative with it, like, provocative, like, oh, like, let's get some wine, like, guess what I'm wearing, like, one of those vibes. So I'm already in my car when she's saying those words. Get to Winco, and I pull up to the aisle, I get the wine, the liquid good time, I pull up to the register, and she goes, we don't sell alcohol past midnight. Okay. And, you know, I've endured worse, so I text her, I'm like, hey... sorry, like, this is the situation. You know, I'd still love for you to come over, even if you're just in a space where you want to just, like, be in each other's presence and just, like, kind of listen to each other. I don't know. Some sappy shit. And then she gets real short with me, and she goes, hey, I got to put my son to bed. I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, first off, let me say I love motherhood. I'm a huge mama's boy. She had to play both roles in my family. Parents, I mean...
Love him. These are the crazy people, huh? Or are they just quirky and trying to find their way out of their minds? Where in the heck did...
I think Epictetus or Socrates or Aristotle would come out here, have some amazing thoughts. I don't know if I'm limited by the fabric of man or we've just devolved as a society. I come out here, I go, oh yeah, boobs. That's the conclusion, right? Oh, why couldn't it be that simple? I think Epictetus or Socrates or Aristotle would come out here, have some...
he's just temporarily a little manic.
No, I'll keep it real. You know, I always keep it a buck. When two mentally ill folk come together to...
That one has nothing to do with anything. What's this one?
Damn, dog, this is like a profound and very inspirational view. I just think it's really cute how we all look at the sun and we feel something, you know? I mean, it's just like, some people look at that, they say, tell me God isn't real. Well, God isn't real. I'm not here to disrespect your beliefs, but like for me personally, I'm not going to tell you what to think when looking at the sun. Don't tell me either, right? I just think it's, and same with stars, right? Like we're just little people and we look up and we feel so small. Objectively, a big ball of gas isn't pretty. But we make it pretty, and that's just one of the many common threads that we all have with each other in humanity, and I think that's cute.
Beautiful mind. And then he doesn't believe in God because he can't believe in himself and know the truth that we're in a simulation. And I freaking love this guy.
And he goes like this. One more. Yeah, come on. My mind, baby. Oh, and
He's a starseed. He's so cool. Like, I freaking love this guy.
this might be true for a lot of mood disorders, at least with bipolar. It's such a toss-up. Like, even medicated, like, the frequency of the shit is less. But still, like, this bitch will throw you curveballs. Well, there's some days I wake up and I'm like, damn, like, I'm the most powerful, beautiful expression of sentience this universe has ever produced. And then other days I wake up and I'm like, oh, I am no more than a lifeless shell devoid of all meaning, whose only glimmer of hope is found in the idea of non-existence. I'm so sorry.
He is. Everybody's the most beautiful, really. I literally love this guy. And it really upsets me that, you know, he's just been set up to be gaslit and driven crazy until he hopefully unalives himself like the rest of us who can't find any help. And these are the people that need picked up because they're almost there. I am definitely ought to speak to some of these doctors, because with the amount of doctors that know what's going on and nobody's stopping and picking the fallen up after knowing that there is a huge mental health crisis on the front lines because of the great spiritual awakening people are trying to have. It's really hard not to cuss. I bet I'm making a swear jar. Toodles.